Let's start off, guys. AS12, let me quickly give you a recap. What questions you can expect in exam? What is the scope of this chapter, mind mapping? AS12 talks about accounting for government grants. This standard itself first splits into only two parts. What is a grant and how do you account for that? First, let's understand what is a grant, and this grant definition also has some exclusion. For example, government putting road for us. Can I say it's government grant? Why? Why it's not government grant? Government putting road. Hello. No book you will find this question. Why? Government putting lights in the night. Road lights. Government grant. Why? Your tax only, but still, why it's not grant? Reason being, it's not a government grant because government grant is generally given to one specific person. Benefit given to one person, I will take as government grant. Putting the road and all is for everybody. I can't go till it's my road, don't come here. So that's not government grant, it's generally for public. So standard does not even include that concept here. Fine. So first, what is government grant? They are saying definition of grant refers to any assistance from government in cash or kind. That means they are saying you can get in cash or kind. That's why if you see the type of grant itself is accounting is classified into monetary and non-monetary. Monetary is cash grind, non-monetary is kind. Are you getting it? So it can be cash or kind. So what is grant? It's a very simple one-line definition, guys. Grant refers to assistance, na help, but I use the word assistance from government in cash or kind. That's it. Now they are saying this definition includes a few things. This definition does not include a few things. Inclusion is what? This grant, in simple way, I'm trying to say it can come from any government on the world. Even if US government gives me, it's government grant. Or if international bodies like IMF, World Bank, those UNICEF, WHO, they give also, I'll call it as a grant only. So they are trying to say government na ennan solran includes central and state government, Stalin and Modi ji, then government department and agencies, all the government departments that we have, guys, your Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, all of that. This is the main one. Other similar bodies, local, national or international. Even international bodies like central, state government, government department, agencies of that country will be considered as government for this standard. For this standard. Are you following, guys? Okay. Is this clear? Okay, next. Then they're saying what government doesn't include. Two things. Income tax, you got exemptions. So many exceptions are given, like for company also. For example, startup. For a startup gets 3 years income tax exemption. Like that, any assistance which is given other than grants is excluded. This assistance only is road. The road that is put is excluded. Tax exemption is excluded. Why? Logic you never knew so far. Logic is because it's given for everybody. Every startup gets it. If I'm a startup, I get it. I have it. Road, everybody gets. That's called government grant. It's assistance. It's not grant. They're helping you. Are you following? Government is giving free water, Italy for 1 rupee. That is not a grant. Everybody is getting it. Are you getting it, guys? Next. Government participation in ownership of enterprise. Let's say government is buying shares in your company. The entry that I am passing is bank to equity share capital. So government is investing in my company. In exchange, I'm giving them equity. Are you following? That is called equity participation. That is excluded. Are you following, guys? Clear? So you have understood what is a grant. You also understood exclusions from a grant. You understood exclusions. What is not there in definition of grant. Is that clear, guys? Next. I told you grant definition is assistance includes cash or kind. Cash or kind. Cash is monetary. Kind is non-monetary. Next is how to account. Accounting only will be exam sum mostly. Very rarely they will ask you this in MCQ. This standard sums are very much possible. MCQ sums both are possible, guys. So over here, if you look at the type of sums, there are totally 5 type of sums only you can get. Only 5 or 6 actually. 5 with one type has a subset. Okay. First, let me finish non-monetary grant. Very simple. Non-monetary grant or monetary. I am receiving, I am paying. So in monetary, it's all about the debit is going to be bank account debit. Bank or cash account debit. Mostly government will not give cash. Only we should give them cash. They will give us in bank. Okay. So bank account debit. Non-monetary debit is going to be asset account debit. So for both of this, the debit is fixed. That's why I also gave in the material also I would have given it. Don't worry guys. Okay, see, material also I would have given. Monetary means cash, non-monetary is kind. So in all these cases, look at this: monetary debit bank, non-monetary we will debit the asset. Are you following? That means the standard is only teaching me what? The standard is teaching me what to credit. The minute you know journal entries, all chapters become easy. If you know what journal to pass, it becomes easy, guys. So accounting, we have monetary and non-monetary. In monetary, I'm going to debit what, guys? Bank. In non-monetary, I'm going to debit the particular asset. Are you all with me, guys? I'm going to debit the particular asset. What to credit? In non-monetary, government gave me the asset for free. Sir, Apple laptop. I'm a software engineer. I want to make a startup. I want to make an app. To make an app, வீட்ல இருந்தே பண்ணலாம். In fact, just little add on. Sometimes I'll just give some other general knowledge also. Recently, I saw a podcast with the CEO of OpenAI, ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT or CEO. I saw a podcast. Recently, it got released. Okay, you don't watch. Exam is there. But the learning from that is what he is claiming to do is 30-40 years back, calculator replaced human computation. Now, can you do computation faster? Calculator. Tell honestly. If I give a computation, system can do faster, you can do it. System. So he told 30-40 years back, system replaced humans in computation. 300 years back, computation only humans used to do. Whatever complexity it is. Maths. Remember all those. No, I'm not talking about basic maths. I'm talking about calculus, trigonometry, whatever, all that. Those days in 300-400 years back, only humans used to do it. But now who's doing it? System can do it faster than all of you. Physics, system can do it faster than you are. That is first level. Then he told 5 years or 10 years back, AI is can beat humans in chess. Correct? In chess, if you know, if those who play chess will know. Now AI is playing chess. System is playing chess better than humans. Not even AI it is. System can beat the grandmasters in chess. That means we accept it. So in World Championship of Test, system is not allowed. In this podcast, he told, he's making an open statement. In 2025, ChatGPT OpenAI is going to code now, write software code faster and better than humans. If there is going to be, there are some competitions in the world where it says who can code best. Like how you have CA exam is actually a competition. How you have Olympiad, how you have spelling competition. Like that, there is a competition for the best coders in the world. I forgot the competition name. Hackathon, but there's one competition. Hackathon is what we have in India, but global level one coding competition is there. In that, already AI participated and came in rank 175. And he's saying, this year we will come first. We will beat humans in creating code. That means AI can create its websites and apps by itself. Are you getting it, guys? I mean, that's how fast AI is advancing. We'll come back over here. So now let's say somebody is saying, with laptop, I want to build a mobile app, I want to code. For that, government is giving free laptop. Come back to subject, guys. Okay, come back to subject. So free laptop. What entry I have to pass? Debit is what? Asset. I only have to see the credit. What is going to be the credit? The credit is going to be capital reserve. That's it. I'm not going to talk about logic here, guys. We're doing quick revision. Okay. I will credit what? Capital reserve. At what amount? Free, no. Nominal amount. 1 rupee, 2 rupees, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 100, 500. That's it. Okay. My wish. Why? The objective of this entry is to existence, quantify, number. If I don't pass entry, 5 years later, I won't know laptop is there. How do I track the count? FA register also talks about quantity of assets, not only amount. Are you following, guys? So quickly, so for non-monetary, debit asset, if it's free of cost, credit, capital reserve. Concessional value I got, sir. I got a discount. Apple laptop is 2 lakhs. I got for 50,000. Then what will be the entry? Asset to bank. Sorry, asset to bank. Asset the laptop. Asset to bank. At whatever price you paid. How much you paid? 50. I will create entry for 50,000. Because this is trade discount. Already in AS9 I told you, if you get discount at the time of entering into transaction, you will only account for what you actually paid. Are you following, guys? All of you understanding? Clear? All of you with me? Okay. So now quickly let's summarize. Accounting is of two types. Monetary and Non-monetary, I want you to visualize, guys. You're all not studying first time, you know the subject to an extent, you know, okay. Even if you're studying first time, if you're little smart, you will be able to grasp over here, okay. So in non-monetary asset, we have free and concession. So if it's free, entry is going to be asset to cap asset to capital reserve for nominal value. If it is concessional, it's going to be asset to bank. Are you following? Asset to bank. Is that clear, guys? All of you with me? Now come to monetary. In monetary, we have three classifications, guys. Before that, let me go show that in the note. Note I have already given the entry. In fact, I can use this itself. So debit asset, credit bank at concessional value for concession. For free of cost, debit asset, credit capital reserve at nominal value. Are you following, guys? Same thing is there in the print, okay. In monetary, first type of grant is grant in the nature of promoter's contribution. This can happen only once for any entity's life. At the time of initial setup, I am setting up business. To set the business, to buy land, to construct building, for plant and machinery, I'm like a promoter, government is giving one time bulk payment, 50 crores, 100 crores, like that. For that, the entry will be very simple. For promoters account, debit is what? Bank. So I will credit what? They are saying credit capital reserve account. You can't credit anything else. Can you credit P&L? No. Debit P&L? No. Can you credit liability? No, I don't have to repay. Can I credit asset? No. So only thing left to credit is reserve. In reserve, the only reserve which is capital in nature is capital reserve. So I will credit what, guys? Capital reserve. Are you following, guys? All of you with me? Hello? Okay. Next is revenue grant. In revenue grant, it's like getting income. So the entry is simple. Debit bank. Bank is not going to change. Credit what? P&L. I will credit P&L. Look at this. Same thing over here. Grant in the nature of promoter's contribution. If you see in monetary grant, credit capital reserve, debit bank. Are you all following, guys? Okay, same thing is there over here. Grant, for revenue grant, you can credit P&L or you can reduce from the corresponding expense also. Sir, what are you saying? I'm not getting it. In some you will find it, guys, but simple. I can credit the grant as 100 as income, or that particular expense I incurred 5,000, you can reduce 100 from that. Are you following, guys? What if I get revenue grant 100 per year, but I got 500, but this belongs for the next 5 years, belongs for the next 5 years, then I can't transfer full 500 here. Now I will transfer only 100, and remaining I will be defer it to future, and I will transfer 100 to each year. Sir, I'm not able to understand, sir. Very simple. If a grant comes where the benefit belongs to multiple years, the entry will first be bank account debit to deferred income account 500. Correct, guys? Now this has to go to 5 different P&Ls for 5 years. So that time what entry I will pass here? What entry I will pass here? This will reverse. So entry will be deferred income account debit 100 to P&L 100 for each of these 5 years. 5 times I will pass the entry in 5 years, each year once. Are you following? That means after first year, this deferred income balance will be 400. After second year, the balance will be, after third year, balance will be like that. It goes on. Are you following? Last year it will become 0 after full reversal. Are you understanding this, guys? So this also is possible in which grant? It is possible in revenue grant. If instead of getting 100 each for all the 5 years, government gave me full 500 in the same year. Are you getting it, guys? Next, last one, grant in relation to a specific fixed asset. Here they classify as depreciable and non-depreciable asset. This is the most important area in the standard. Most of the sums, complexities come over here only. Okay, here what they are saying, so for fixed asset, government is giving you money to buy the asset. Are you following, guys? See, in previous non-monetary, they gave you the asset itself. Now government is giving you money, asking you to buy the asset. Very simple. For depreciable or non-depreciable asset, first type of adjustment is going to be in both. One common adjustment is there, which is nothing but debit is what? Debit bank. See, in monetary, don't even think, guys. Debit is always bank. Debit is going to be always bank. What to credit? In what to credit, first option is I will credit cost of fixed asset. That means, sir, I already purchased the asset for 500. So when I purchased, I passed entry fixed asset to bank 500. Are you following, guys? When I say fixed asset, now I'm talking about PPE, guys. Later I got reimbursement. So reimbursement, let's say I got 100. That time the entry will be bank to fixed asset 100. Are you following, guys? So this will be my anyway entry on purchase. This is going to be entry on receipt of grant. Are you following, guys? Clear? So very straightforward and simple. Reduce the cost of asset. The second method only, in depreciable fixed asset we have something called deferred income method. This I will teach you along with the sum. It becomes easier to explain along with the sum. Are you all following, guys? Deferred income. Clear? So here if you see in this standard totally, what are the type of sums that we have that they will ask in exam? Definition of grant may come. Whether it's a grant or not a grant, you should know the exclusions. What are the two exclusions? Tax exemption and participation in equity. Accounting we classify into monetary and non-monetary. When you take a standard, your mind should tell, okay, this is the scope of standard. In monetary and non-monetary you have two. So non-monetary you debit what, guys? Asset. The two classifications can be free of cost or concession, and in monetary debit will go to bank. The three types of grant can be promoter's contribution, revenue, or for purchasing specific fixed asset. Are you all following, guys? That same thing only is there in the material over here. That note only I fully used. Are you following? Now one last, these are the concepts that can come. One last point is, if there is going to be a refund of grant. So I received in year 1, I am refunding in year 7, year 8. If I am going to refund, whatever entry you pass now, whatever we discussed entry you pass now, that entry you have to reverse. That means monetary grant you debited bank, now you will credit bank. Non-monetary you debited asset, now you will now credit the particular asset. So refund, simple, debit what was earlier credited, and don't account retrospectively, account only prospectively. Are you guys following? Bishal, understanding? Okay. So with this, we have quickly explained what are the type of sums you can expect in AS12. Of course, only those who know the subject will enjoy this revision of 15-20 minutes. Otherwise, if you're studying first time, it's going to be hard, guys. Go and learn the detailed class itself. Are you all understanding? In 18 minutes, we finished AS12 quickly. 18 minutes because we spoke about AI in the middle. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Yeah, let's start with the workout of AS12. We have around 7 questions in AS12 to discuss, guys, which covers everything or all the concepts in AS12. I've brought in all types of questions. Let's go in the same order. Some are theory based, some are sum solving. XYZ Limited has set up its business in designated backward area, which entitles the company to receive from the government of India a subsidy of 20% of cost of investment. Having fulfilled all the conditions under the scheme, the company on its investment of 75 crores received 15 crores as subsidy from the government in Jan 2024. So look at this. Investment is 75 crore. They received how much? 15 crores as subsidy, which is nothing but 20% of cost of investment. If you take 75 crores into 20%, you get 15 crores in Jan 2024 itself. The company wants to treat this receipt as a revenue and thereby reduce the losses for the year, keeping in relevant accounting AS. Is this correct, guys? No. This is in the case of initial setup cost of investment like a promoter. So what is this grant? Grant in the nature of promoter's contribution. This question is there in StudyMat, it's there in multiple RTPs, MTPs, and also there in our latest RTP. May 25 also is question, Dabba question, but we just have it because we have to cover even Dabba questions. What is the entry for this? This is first as per AS12 classification. We did intro also. So AS12 is a monetary or non-monetary grant? Monetary. So if it is monetary grant, in monetary grant this comes under where, guys? Grant in the nature of promoter's contribution. So bank account debit, look at this, debit bank and credit capital reserve. So that will be my entry, bank to capital reserve, whatever is the amount. How much? 15 crores. Are you following, guys? Is this easy? Sonia, understanding? Yes. Okay. Next. Question number 2. Question number 2 is from mock test paper March 2023. Okay. Now I am not doing concept revision of the whole standard. Paniyach already. We have spent 15 minutes. But with the sum, whatever necessary concepts are there, I will explain. Okay. Follow. Baba Limited acquired the mission on 1st April 2017 for 20 lakhs. The useful life is 5 years. The company had applied on 1st April 2017 on the day of purchase itself. See, when they purchased for 20 lakhs, same day applied for a subsidy to the tune of 80% of the cost. What I apply I will not get, but I will try for it. The sanction letter for subsidy was received only in November 2020. Received after almost 3 years, guys. Not exactly 3, some over 3 years rough. The company's fixed asset account for the financial year 2021 showed a credit balance as under. This table is what is already there. Are you getting it, guys? You are required to explain how company should deal with this asset and save Baba Limited. Okay. Follow, guys. Now when you go to the actual MTP, Baba la irukadhu. Na just company names maatra. Okay. Fine. Follow. Look what they have. That's it. That is next question. Look what they have actually done, guys. What they have actually done when they purchased, they accounted for 20 lakhs. And then they have given depreciation from 1718 to 1920 on straight line method basis because life is 5 years. So if I do 20 divided by 5 is how much? 4 lakhs. So they have given basically 4 lakhs into 3 years. Correct? I don't have to compute. I'm just checking question printing la correct irukanu. So they reduced 12 lakhs for those 3 years. They have reduced the depreciation and the book value net amount is 8 lakhs because grant is yet to be received. But when grant is received, they are choosing the option. One of the option when you receive grant is what? Credit the specific fixed asset. Correct? So when grant is received, my entry will be bank account debit to fixed asset. Correct? This is one of the methods. Which method, sir? Let me go back to our notes. Look at this. When you receive a monetary grant for specific fixed asset, which is a depreciable fixed asset, you can credit what? Cost of fixed assets. That method only they have done. And what they have done here, bank to fixed asset, how much they have done? 16 lakhs and entry pass pantan accountant, BCom fellow. Okay. So what happened now? Because of this, if you look at this 8 lakhs, they have reduced 16 because this is the entry they passed down. What happened now because of this? The balance became negative 8 lakhs. Have you ever seen asset having a negative 8 lakhs? Not possible. So what I should do? I have to do a rectification entry now. That's it. I have to do rectification. So that means what entry they should have passed, follow carefully. They should have, debit is always going to be bank only. Sir, AS12 never discussed this concept, sir. What to do if asset is not having balance? That's why this question. So bank account debit is going to be how much, guys? 16 only. I will credit by fixed asset by 8 lakhs and then what will happen? Instead of 16 lakhs here, okay, let me just write it here separately. 8 lakhs will be here. I will reduce how much? 8 lakhs and balance should become, I can make it 0. That makes sense. Grant can make the asset value 0. So I will reduce 8 lakhs. But still I have another. Where do I credit this is the question. Are you following? Where do I credit this? Okay. Sir, I can take it to capital reserve. If you are following, look at this. In this you have two options. Depreciable fixed asset. I can either credit cost of fixed asset or I can use deferred income. Here I am not doing deferred income method. Correct? I am only doing reduction of cost. So For this you need to go back to the core concept of this AS. What is the core concept? Let me explain the concept in such a way that you will tell the answer by yourself. I can tell the answer, just one word. Follow carefully. Let's assume the grant came, 16 lakhs grant, 16 lakhs grant came in the first year itself. Okay. And second case, grant never came. P&L. In this case, asset was 20 lakhs by 5 years, depreciation is 4 lakhs. Correct? Assume we never got the grant. If you never got the grant, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, my depreciation will be. This is what I will depreciate actually. Correct? Let's take case 2. Imagine grant came in the first year itself. Asset vaangnanale grant vandichu. The same day I received the grant. So asset is 20. Grant is divided by 5. 4 lakhs divided by 5 is how much? How much? 1000 is 4 lakhs divided by 5. 80,000. Correct? Correct guys. Without calci you can do. Yes Sonia, correct. 4 lakhs divided by 5. 80,000. Now if you look at my depreciation, if I receive the grant, when I applied on 1st April 2017 I purchased. 1st April 27 I received the grant. Now same day if I received the grant, what will happen? Year 1 depreciation is going to be 80, year 2 depreciation is 80, year 3 80,000, year 4 80,000, year 5 80. This would have been the case, correct? But now what is happening in P&L, because grant came late, in year 1 I debited 4, year 2 I debited 4 lakhs, year 3 also I debited 4 lakhs. This is already done, correct? Now year 4 and year 5 I will be debiting depreciation as 0 only, correct? Year 4 and 5, look at this guys. In year 4, let me write it neatly itself. Year 4 also will be 0 lakhs, year 5 will be 0 lakhs. Why sir? Because asset value is becoming 0. But if you receive the grant, logically, what should be the total depreciation that you should have debited to P&L? 4 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 4 lakhs is the total thing, correct? One more mistake, red flag, 8 lakhs, 80,000 into 5 is 4 lakhs, okay. So 4 lakhs should have been the total debit of depreciation. Do you all agree guys? If you received grant on time, but because of delay in receiving grant, a case where I am supposed to have 4 lakhs depreciation, you already debited how much? 12 lakhs. But netta should be having only 4 lakhs as depreciation if grant was received as per concept. So excess depreciation, how much you give? That means, can I say my P&L got an excess debit of 8 lakhs because of delayed receipt of grant? So now you tell me, this entry will go where? Credit what? P&L. I didn't tell the answer guys. I just explained the concept. You understood the concept and you told the answer. Are you getting it guys? All of you with me? So I will credit P&L. Why I am crediting P&L and not capital reserve is because my P&L had an excess debit of 8 lakhs already, which I am now reversing because grant came late. So this will be my rectification entry. Are you all following guys? Understood all of you? Easy? Sure understanding? Okay. So this, if I go here, answer I gave simple answer. Rectification entry for 8 lakhs. Debit machinery and credit. Sorry, I think it's wrong. The entry, I will write it guys. Let me write the entry. This is the entry guys. I will just make the change. Debit the? Yes. Debit the entire 8 lakhs in one single year P&L. Previous years, correct. See here also, if you see, the thing is, ideally in these years depreciation should not be 4 lakhs, it should be only 40,000. So because for 3 years I gave excess debit, my reserves have already depleted. So now I am rectifying that previous thing. Now it's not rectification of error. Because I received the grant now, I'm reversing all that together this year. Cumulatively in reserves, it will get set off. Only that year profit. This I will disclose. In my financials, I will disclose, hey, this year I'm having a credit of 8 lakhs. Adu profit lang kadiyadu. Adu grant. Previous year what is debited, now is reversed. No. That will be disclosed. If user reading means, he will understand. Are you following? Yes, material disclosures, it will come in AS1. No, in non-depreciable method, asset, we don't even charge depreciation. So, in the problem, correct, and we keep transferring it over there. Yes, okay. So, this is the rectification entry, guys. Are you clear, guys? Make a note of this. This you have to strike it. I don't know, a rectification entry for 8 lakhs. Oh, correct. It's actually correct entry only. Sorry. It's correct entry. I gave net entry here. See, this should have been the entry. This should have been the correct entry. But they passed what? Look at this. Nothing to change in handle. It's correct, guys. This is the correct entry. What was past this? Bank account debit 16 lakhs to FA 16. This is wrong entry. So bank and bank strike. So my rectification entry will now be what, guys? Missionary, I should reverse fixed asset. Missionary account debit 8 lakhs to PNL 8 lakhs. Are you getting it, guys? So only if I debit missionary by 8 lakhs, this negative 8 will become 0 and I will transfer to PNL 8 lakhs. Are you getting it, guys? Nothing to strike. Sorry, this is the correct entry only, guys. So what is the maximum credit that can go to PNL? It cannot exceed 12 lakhs because that only is the amount which has been debited. Suppose, let's say we get a question where grant itself is more than the value of asset. Asset is 20 lakhs. Grant came for 30 lakhs. How, sir? Minister is my friend, so he gave. Grant is 30 lakhs. Then in that case, you can credit PNL only maximum 12 lakhs. Full depreciation will be reversed in that case. Over here, let's say if I got grant of 30 lakhs, okay, then instead of 16, whatever I get 30 lakhs, to PNL, to fixed asset will be 8, reversing that, to PNL it will be 8 lakhs and the balance, whatever is the gain, 8, 16, 14 lakhs, the excess beyond depreciation will go to capital reserve. That time you are correct. Are you following? See, I will just put it in simple terms. I am not getting to numbers here. You can reverse to PNL only to the extent of previous debit. What is previous debit? 12 lakhs. Up to that you can reverse. Beyond that will go to capital reserve, but don't worry, anamai sum varad. Don't break your head. We will not get a sum like that because logically it doesn't make sense. How can you receive grant for more than the value of asset? Are you getting it? I'm saying if at all it comes, it goes to capital reserve. Are you all understanding this question, guys? This is your MTP March 23. Are you all following? Hello? Clear? Okay. If they ask for? Again you will reverse the entry that if they ask for grant refund, let's take Nidhi's doubt. Grant refund now, in the future whenever grant refund happens, I will again pass fixed asset account debit to bank and pass panni whatever amount I am refunding. From that future I will charge depreciation for the remaining useful life prospectively. We have a question for that, don't worry. No, that will be reversed in future because when you again increase the asset value, you will again start charging depreciation, so it keeps getting debited in PNL. Or on the question varad, but yes. Understood first two questions, sir? Guys, are you actually understanding? Hello? Clear? Harshvardhan Purida. Next. This is the refund question, what Nidhish had in doubt. But before that, let me take question 4. One easy question, one little heavy question. Again, we will take one Dabba question from whole syllabus RTP to cover all the quick points in this. Let's take the Dabba one, guys. Answer the following questions. Sura Limited provides you the following information. It received a government grant at 40% towards acquisition of machinery worth 25 crores. Each point you have to tell what grant it is. What is this? It received government grant at 40% towards acquisition of machinery of 25 crores. Same, look at the table. We have only 5 types of grant. See, you have only 5 types of grant, guys. Follow. If you receive cash now, it becomes what grant? Monetary grant. If you receive kind now, it becomes non-monetary. Now Sura Limited received what? Received grant at 40% towards acquisition of machine worth 25 crores. That means they received monetary grant. Within monetary grant, what it is? Specific fixed asset, depreciable fixed asset. Are you following, guys? That's it. That's the first answer. Grant in the nature of specific fixed asset, monetary grant. Next, it received capital subsidy of 150 lakhs from government for setting up plant costing 300 lakh in notified backward. Then what is it? Grant in the nature of promoter's contribution. For all these entries, debit bank, credit capital reserve or credit asset. Okay. Next, it received 50 lakhs from government for setting up project for supply of arsenic water in notified area. What is this? Can I see? In the second question, I can, in 300 lakhs, I can do anything for plant. Here, specifically he is telling what, guys? For setting up arsenic free water in notified area. That means it's a grant for specific fixed asset. Grant in nature of specific fixed asset. Are you getting it, guys? Hello, in concept revision, I have 5 grants. Are you able to follow, guys? Next. It received 5 lakhs from local authority. Included yes. Why? Local authority is any part of definition of government. It includes central, state government, local authority, the government department and agencies. Okay. For providing corona vaccine free of charge to employees and their families. Now, this is what, guys? Revenue grant. It's an expense I am saving. So it becomes what, guys? Revenue grant. So that basically an expense is reducing. It also received performance award of 500 lakhs from government with a condition of major renovation in the power plant within 3 years. Sura Limited incurred 90% of amount towards capital expense and balance of revenue. State how will you treat the following in books. Let me explain this. This is a new point. It also received performance award of 500 lakhs from government with a condition of major renovation in the power plant within 3 years. Sura incurred 90% of the amount towards capital expense and balance for revenue. That means they got 500 lakhs for some power plant. In that, to repair the power plant within 3 years. In that repair, 90% was spent for capex and 10% for revenue. He is asking what grant is this? This grant is received for what purpose? Specific fixed asset. So reduce from cost or deferred income. Don't care about nature of expenditure. Here what I am trying to say, how I spend the money, capex or revenue expense doesn't matter. See, for example, you will understand better if I take promoter's contribution. If I take promoter's contribution, when I am setting up promoter's contribution, if I get, let's say for example, first one, second is promoters, okay, 300 lakhs for notified backward area. In the 300 lakhs, everything is capex, no. Some will be for setting up of machinery, some will be for hiring employees. It will be mix of capex and revenue. So when I get promoter's contribution, it can be nature of expense, can be capital or revenue. I can spend for anything. Not only this, for all the grants, nature of expense can be anything. So here they are saying this you got for major renovation in power plant. So they are saying that money what you received, bank account debit. There are two options, either to cost of asset, to reduce the cost of asset that you already spent, or deferred income account and deferred future. Deferred income we have a separate sum, I will explain in that sum. Are you following, guys? Reduce from cost or deferred income. Any doubts in this question? Hello? Easy one, some past RDP. Okay. Next. Okay, this one is a good question again from quite a few MTPs, RTPs, mix of past exam, all of that. Follow. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4. We can do it, guys. Slowly we'll do it. Are you all following, guys? Easier. Viva Limited received a specific grant of 30 lakhs for acquiring the plant of 150. This question is a repeat of a concept we have already seen. So ideally you should be able to answer it. They received 30 lakhs for acquiring the plant of 150 lakhs during 14-15, having useful life of 10 years. The grant received was credited to deferred income and in the balance sheet and was not deducted from cost of asset. So let me write down. What is the value of the asset, guys? 150 lakhs. For this the entry would have been when I purchased fixed asset account debit 150 lakhs to bank. This is the first entry. When I received the grant, what they did? Bank account debit 150 lakhs to deferred income account. Sorry. $30 lakhs. Are you following, guys? They have taken to deferred income. Sir, what is the magic of deferred income? Let me explain with this example itself. Now follow. In this case, what is the life they have given? 10 years. Let's assume here scrap value is 0. So if I do 150 by 10, depreciation will be 15 lakhs per year. So my P&L will look like this. In deferred income, my P&L will be, depreciation will be 15 lakhs and deferred income is 30 lakhs. Every year this also I will transfer equally. So 30 lakhs divided by 10 years, how much, guys? 3 lakhs. This side I will write by deferred income 3 lakhs. So net it's going to be 12 lakhs. This is deferred income. Are you following, guys? Now same thing, instead of deferred income, if you credit to cost of asset, when you receive the grant, it will be bank account debit 30 lakhs to deferred income account, sorry, to cost of asset 30. Now what happens to my asset? 150 lakhs minus 30 lakhs by 10. This becomes 120 by 10. This becomes, my depreciation will be 12 lakhs. So come here. In that case, depreciation will be straight away 12 lakhs. Are you following? So I'm trying to say, whether you do deferred income or reduction from cost, depreciation will be the same. Don't worry, we have one more sum where I will repeat the same adjustment again, much more in detail. Here they are saying, okay, grant receipt was credited to deferred income. In the balance sheet was not deducted from cost of plant. During 17-18, when we received, guys, 14-15, how many years are over? 14-15, 15-16, 16-17, 3 years are over. Now during 17-18, due to non-compliance of certain conditions, the company had to refund the whole grant to the government. Balance in deferred income on that date was 21 lakhs. How, sir? Let me explain. You don't have to check this, but I want you to understand the concept. Look at this. When I received the grant, my deferred income account, I credited with how much, guys? 30 lakhs. Each year you are transferring to P&L how much, guys? How many years over in my computation? 3 years. So if 3 years are over, first year 3 lakhs is debited, second year 3 lakhs debited, third year 3 lakhs debited. Therefore my closing balance will be. Are you following, guys? That only they have all. Ni compute panna vena. I'm just showing you simply. Balance is how much? 21 lakhs. Suppose they don't give, you should know how to compute 21 lakhs. And the written down value of plant is 105. How is that happening? Look at this. Fixed asset account is 150 lakhs. I already computed. Depreciation is going to be 15 lakhs per year. So depreciation is now accounted for how many years, guys? 15, 15, 15. So 45 lakhs reduce the, so my closing will be 105 lakhs. Are you following, guys? That only he already gave here, 105 lakhs. Are you getting it, guys? Are you understanding? This much depth in the sum actually pogavana. I'm just trying to show you how numbers are coming in question. In main exam, if the number is not this, 105 badla 100 kuduthirukam. That means something wrong in question, or depreciation may have been provided for 3 years and 2 months, whatever. You don't bother. You take the values that is given. Okay. Now the question is simple. This question, if it comes in exam, it can come for MCQ 2 marks, or it can come as one 3-mark question. What should be the treatment of refund of grant on the effect of cost of fixed asset and depreciation for the future years? This AS12, just strike this off. What should be the refund? So I want to know what is the accounting for refund. Please pass journal entry for refund of grant. What is the entry, guys? Simple. I will tell you. When I am refunding, how much I am refunding? 30 lakhs fully. The grant is 30 lakhs. So I will write to bank 30 lakhs. No problem in this, because when I receive grant, I am debiting bank. When I am refunding, credit will be bank 30. What to debit is the question. What to credit? So refund says debit whatever was earlier. Whatever was credited earlier, balance to be credited to income statement, and post refund provide depreciation prospectively. So look at this. When I want to know what was the entry I passed in this question when I received the grant. I wrote and showed you also here, correct? The entry I passed when I received the grant was bank to deferred income. Do you guys agree this? Hello everybody, understanding? A bank to deferred income was the entry when I received the grant. So refund should be reversal. So I have to reverse this. So my reversal entry will be deferred income account debit to bank. But I can't debit deferred income for 30 lakhs because I have only 21 lakhs. Now my question, sir, this entire discussion is to explain this logic. Sir, how did this 30 become 21? How did the 30 become 21? Because every year I showed you here 3 lakhs reduced from deferred income and went to the credit of my P&L for all the 3 years, correct? For year 1, year 2 and year 3 I got a benefit of 3 lakhs. What I thought was a benefit is no more a benefit because grant is refunded. So what you accounted in the credit of P&L, now I have to reverse it by debiting P&L for 9 lakhs. Are you following? You got the logic? See, I am explaining logic with question, guys. Normally logic is only will do some. Are you getting it, guys? In exam all this time I don't have. If a question like this comes, refund I will do like this, simple. Refund is to bank. How much? 30 lakhs. I will refund and reverse the entry what I passed. So when I got the money, it was bank to deferred income. So now reversal will be deferred income account debit 21 lakhs. What is left? 9 lakhs P&L. Balancing figure I don't have to do computation. Oh, 30 lakhs minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. Then this 9 went to P&L. So I am reversing. I am proving that to you over here. Getting it, guys? In exam, when a deferred income sum comes, to bank the amount of refund. Whatever balance is there in deferred income, debit deferred income. The difference, debit P&L as a balancing figure. Narration you write 30 minus 21, 9. That's it. Are you following, guys? Clear? Are you understanding the logic plus entry, second row? No, not following. Really? Yourself, second row, front of Lakshmi, behind, sure? Guys, really you are following? Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. So question 12 is done. Is this done in study math, guys? This question is study math. This one. I have not seen it. If it's there, let me know. I don't think it's there, guys. Jan 25 MCQ they have asked. Okay. அப்போ workout batch last time போட்டுருக்கணும் போல. Oh, comparing with? Don't worry. Impairment we will have those questions. Oh, merge பண்ணி MCQ they have asked. Okay. Can we proceed, guys? Okay. Next. Okay, this 12th question only is going to be the, what to say, the heart of this workout, where this question we will understand all possible computations they are giving. If it's reduced from value of planned deferred income, all of that we will do that in the last, guys. Okay, we still have 1 2 3. Let me do this one, because this also is refund. We are finishing all the refund type of questions together, then we'll go to other questions. First question panniduvaala first. Okay, I'll take last one question 12, and then maybe we will have some small distraction and get back. So question number 12, let's read it, guys. On 1st April 2018, Dragon Limited received government grant of 100 lakhs. Now when I'm reading the question, immediately your mind will go for what? Dragon movie. How many of you saw the movie, guys? Good day. Who didn't see? You didn't see. Why? Why you didn't see? Oh, you are the one who knows inside news. No, your friend only knows. Okay. Oh, because of result they came close to results. Who is yet to see? Yeah. You have to go, guys. Come on, see. Other faculties will tell don't go movies, sacrifice and all. You have to go. Some good movies and all. You have to go, enjoy, distress and come. Okay. Yes, Purila. IPL also I will talk about it. Let this sum get over. Then we'll talk about IPL and then we'll come back. Okay. Yeah, come back. So Dragon and all, good movie, guys. Watch it. Now also you can still watch. Nothing will happen. Put yourself on schedule 1 week later. I will watch the movie once it comes in OTT or whatever. Okay. That movie is about education. Motivation. Okay. Otherwise you will become Swiggy driver. Purila. Abdiya, yenpa? Okay. Okay. Get back, guys. Yeah. On 1st April, non-Tamil students, Dragon Limited now for you. Okay. Hindi that's coming, dubbing, OTT. Yes. Then you can see, guys, all the non-Tamil students you can see in Hindi. Tamil, Telugu, it's anyway there. Okay. Fine. Let's get back. Dragon received a grant of 100 lakhs for an acquisition of a new mission costing 500 lakhs. Okay. So visualize, guys. Asset is 500, grant is 100. The grant was received and credited to the cost of asset. That means what they have done, from 500 they reduced. So my net asset is going to be, and both happened on the same date, which is on 1st of April. The lifespan of the mission is 5 years. The mission is depreciated at 20% WDV basis. Okay. The company had to refund the entire grant on 2nd April 2021. After how many years? This is 1st April 2018 now. So 18, 19, 19, 20, 20. Exactly 2nd April why he gave, so that you don't have to charge depreciation. So you can charge depreciation just for 3 years. So after 3 years the grant is being returned due to non-fulfillment of certain conditions which they did not follow. How will you deal with refund of grant in the books of Dragon? They just want entry for refund. That's it. Entry for refund, guys. Tell me quickly what is the entry for refund? Entry for refund. 2 bank. How much, guys? 100 lakhs. And I will debit what? Fixed asset account debit 100 lakhs. That's it. Entry is over. Are you following, guys? But if you do this in exam, you will not get the full marks. You should also have what, guys? Not explain. I mean, what will be the value of asset after refund? So you will prepare one small table like particulars and amount, guys. First, when was the grant received? 1st April 2018. 18. Help me with the values, guys. 1st April 2018, amount is 500 lakhs. You will prepare one small dabba. Then less grant 100 lakhs. Then net value is how much? 400 lakhs. If it is SLM, it becomes easy. I would have given an adjustment also. If it's SLM, I can straight away reduce less depreciation for 3 years at once I can do, correct? But here because it's WDV, you have to compute for each year. So depreciation for 18-19 at 20%, how much, guys? 80 lakhs. It becomes 320. So you will write book value as on 31st March 2019. Presentation I'm sure you all know, guys. Okay, you write the whole details. Next, what is the mistake we do in presentation over here in exam, most of you? Now, you wrote book value as on 31st March 2019 as 320 lakhs. In this batch, I want to focus on presentation. Don't expect me to neatly draw, guys. Otherwise, I can take solution and mark it. But I will tell the key points as you solve common mistakes. Now, how did you get 320? 400 minus. Where did you show that? Are you following, guys? So, you have to write 5 is nothing but 3 minus 4. 3 is nothing but 1 minus 2. So, these small things will make the difference of that half mark. How to get 5 out of 5? Because the examiner is not searching for the correct answer. When answer is correct, he will search where he can reduce marks. I mean, they want that full perfection. So you need to show how 400 became minus 320 on the small things. In tax also, disallowance, add all of that. Next 6, less depreciation for what year, guys? 1920 at 20% of 320. How much? So here I will write 5 into 20%. Are you following? 5 in the 5 and the item 5, row 5 into 20%. So 320 into 20% is how much? 64 will reduce. So 7 I will find book value as on 31st March 2020 is how much, guys? 256. I have to do for one more year, guys. This one, what is it? 2021 at 20%. Correct? Year 1, year 2, how much? 51 point. So you will find book value as on 31st March 2021, how much? 2 not? 4 point? Yeah, those who are watching recording, just keep seeing what I am doing and sleep off, okay, instead of solving. 10th one. Now, refund of grant on 2nd April, add how much? 100 lakhs will be added. Value on 2nd April 21 is going to be 304.80. What is the life of the asset? 5 years is the life of the asset. How many years are already over, guys? 3 years. So how many years are left? So 304.8 divided by 2 years, you will get whatever the value. How much? 1.40 will be the value of depreciation for year 4 and year 5. If at all scrap value is there, I will reduce that whatever scrap value is given. Are you following? And here we have to write a note. Even though refund is happening on 2nd Jan, you have to tell it is assumed that we are not providing any depreciation for 1st April. 1 day also depreciation you have to give a actual arithmetically. If you want to do exact, I have to do again depreciation for 1 day. 1st April I should reduce depreciation and then add back refund from 2nd April. Of course, sir, decimal small difference only, no sir. That decimal only will reduce for you, half mark. For that you have to give a note. You can give a note by saying what? It is assumed that depreciation is not charged on 1st April for computational purpose. We are computing only depreciation for 3 years. Are you following, guys? That assumption you can do if it is coming 2nd April. Refund. Instead of 2nd April, in some questions he will give you, let's say 2nd May. That time can you tell I'm ignoring depreciation for 1 month in Panlama? No. Then that time you have to again depreciate for 1 month. So 3 years depreciation plus 1 month depreciation, add back, grant. Yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. With this you clear, guys, 1 month. Okay. So I'm very sorry. I was in SLM mindset. So depreciation is not divided by 2, guys. How many of you recognize that? No one. X 1 2 3 4 5. So I'm also trying to show what all mistakes will happen in the batch. Okay, so we should not divide by 2, guys. Just checking if you're all awake. You should not divide by 2 because it's correct if you're doing SLM method. So for year 4 and year 5 also you have to apply 20% and do WDV method. Recording students, are you still awake or you close the video? I hope you are following, guys. Okay, understanding. So that means we are also seeing common mistakes. 90% of you did not recognize that, including me, guys. So we'll clap for Nidish, guys. Yes. Okay, fine. How we are losing marks? So if I did this in the exam, I will think what? 5 out of 5 will come. Certificate comes from 2 pota. Oh, you fine. That's it. Okay, getting it, guys. See, I can easily not make these mistakes by looking at the answer before the coming to class and solve and show, hey, look at this, 100% I made. But I don't want to do that because I want to solve with you guys, and we will make mistakes because it's class only, no. So that we will see what mistakes will happen. Those who have seen my regular class will know how many mistakes I do in class, because I intentionally do it with you guys in class so that we know that what to say, what mistakes you can also avoid in exam. Now this one you will definitely not do in exam. You will tell sir tappana ra patiya, that's it, that's enough. Okay, with this we are done with dragon also, guys. Then they are also asking what would be the treatment if grant is accounted as per deferred income. What will be the treatment? Just like the previous sum. This sum we saw, no. Viva is that only, no. So what will happen in that case? For refund only you want entry. What will be entry for refund in that? If it is deferred income, same sum, I want to know if it is deferred, what will be the entry for refund? Same sum. This sum 2 only entry. I am not doing the whole dabba again, guys. To bank 100, P&L account debit, deferred income account debit. If you can fill the amount without table, you have understood the logic, guys. Quickly, I'll give you 1 minute to try it, guys. Recording, I will just pause to save that 1 minute. Okay, follow, guys. I gave you time to pass the entry. I just got one answer, 48.8 and 51.2. I am sure 90% of you would have struggled. Okay, now this is the most complex question we can have with refund and deferred income in exam. Okay, that's why if you see here in library of adjustments, this Viva, which question we were doing now? Dragon, this paragraph only is the main question in all these past exam. I added this extra. What would be the treatment if grant is accounted as per deferred income? I added that just to communicate this point. Follow. Now, P&L, I'll tell you the shortcut in the ending, but first I'll tell you the logic. Okay, I'll tell you the shortcut. Follow, guys. This is the most big, what to say, proper logic if you can understand, guys. Okay, if this sum we are following deferred income, sorry, SLM method, asset is 500. Let's say assumption. Let's say I am following cost deferred income 100, and if I am following SLM method, my depreciation for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5 will be 100. Correct? Do you all agree, guys? If I am following straight line method and the grant is going to deferred income, and credit my deferred income for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4 and year 5 will be 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Same thing if I am not following deferred income. If I am not following deferred income, it will be 500 minus 100, 400. 400 divided by 5 will be how much? 80. So net each year I will debit how much? That only is net impact here. 100 minus 20, 80. Correct? So if it is straight line method, whether it is deferred income or reducing cost, it becomes easy. Are you getting it, guys? Mind lay pannila calculation. Each year 100, 100, 100, 20, 20, 20. If it is reduced from cost of asset, now 400 by 5, 80 is going to be, it will be like this. 80, 80 for all the 5 years. Are you following? But this is not the question. The question is deferred income and WDV method. So cost is going to be 500. Deferred income la I have 100 and I am following WDV at 20%. We don't have any sum in study math like this. If at all it comes in exam, you will be clean bold. Okay, now over here I want to know what is the depreciation for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4 and year 5. Can I say the depreciation is what I computed in the table above, guys? No. Because table above is the depreciation when you receive reduce from cost. If you reduce grant only, you are getting this, correct? So since I am not reducing from cost, what will be my depreciation here? Look at this. First year will be 500 into 20%. How much? That time closing value will be 400. Second year will be 400 into 20%. How much? 80. Closing is going to be. Are you getting it, guys? Tell me for all the years. Third year will be 64. Closing will be 250. Are you able to connect, guys? Okay. Fourth year will be 250 into 20%. 51.2. This will be 204.8. Last year will be 40 point and the closing will be 160.84. In WDV method, asset will never become zero. Correct? Even if I depreciate for 100 years, will it become zero, guys? No. That means my deferred income balance of 100 also will never become zero. Now how do I transfer deferred income for all the years to P&L? First I will teach you logic. You will get scared. You will pray it doesn't come in exam. Then I will tell you shortcut. It will get over easily. Okay. Now deferred income also, how you have to transfer to P&L? You should do it in the ratio of depreciation. Here 20, 20, 20, 20, 20 which came to P&L credit is in the ratio of depreciation, which is nothing but 1:1:1:1:1:1 now. So that's why you transfer deferred income also 100 divided by 5, correct? If I actually see asset here, it is 500 divided by 5, 100 for each year, correct? So deferred income also, it's 100 by 5, 20 for each year, correct? So both sides you are dividing by 5. That means deferred income is in the ratio of depreciation. That means here this 100 should be transferred to P&L in this ratio. Correct or wrong? Wrong. If you transfer in this ratio, full 100 will be exhausted. Balance will become 0. Because you are splitting 100 in the ratio of 100:80:64:51:40.96. That means it will become 0. Deferred income should not become 0. So what is the solution then? Simple. The shortcut or solution is, instead of complicating all this, is what you did for depreciation, every year I will transfer same see how you computed depreciation is depreciation rate at 20% on WDV basis. Deferred income also should deplete at 20% on WDV basis. What you are doing for depreciation on debit side, do the same thing for deferred income on credit side. Are you getting it? So now I will get 20. What is the balance? 80. Next I will get, what is the balance? 80 minus 16. 64. Next I will reduce 12.8. Balance 51.20 is the balance at the end of third year. I want this value only, correct? I want the balance at the end of third year. Now fourth year also I can keep doing. If you want, you can simply do. Fourth year will be how much, guys? Into 20%. 10.24. Closing will be 40 point. Again here year 5. 8 point. Closing will be 768. This will never become 0. Now I am refunding in which year? I am refunding in, let me erase all this. I am refunding in year 3. So I need to know the year 3 end deferred income balance. Like how in this sum where 21 was already given, I explained that 21 in Viva, that which we reversed. So in this sum I want to know, yeah, where did it go, guys? Sorry. Yeah. In this sum, I want to know what is the balance in the end of third year, where I computed now. End of third year, my balance is 51.20 was left. So my entry will be deferred income account debit will be 51.20 and debit to P&L is how much, guys? 48.80. That's what they got answer. Correct? 48.80. So why am I debiting P&L 48.80? Come down to my equation. Total the first 3 years credit. How much you're getting? Total 20 plus 16 plus 12.8 is nothing but 48.80. That means you are debiting P&L what was credited earlier. So this will be the entry if the same question comes for refund of grant, if it is in deferred income along with WDV. Deferred income custom. Deferred income with WDV. Are you following, guys? How many of you honestly understood? That's it. I mean, the whole purpose of this workout batch is to do sums like this, because in every class, whatever marathon, whatever, even my regular class of 175 hours, இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிருக்க மாட்டேன். Study material இருக்க sum எல்லாம் போட்டு I'll go home. Are you getting it, guys? Are you following? Clear? Okay. This is part of inter syllabus, guys. Honestly, are you understanding? Clap for first row student name. Thiruselvan who got it correct, guys. Clap for him. Yes. Okay. Recording student also clap, guys. Don't be lazy. Okay. Fine. So that is the question number. Dragon. Power of dragon. Okay. Fine. Dragon question. Guys, are you enjoying, guys? Hello. Fine. After this, MTP question la போட்டிங்கன்னா சப்பையா இருக்கும். That's it. Okay. Fine. So we are done with the first question. We are done with Baba. We are done with dragon. We are done with 4. We are done with Viva. We just have RCB. I will do it separately, guys. RCB question. It will take time. And we still have one more question. Mind and companies question we have. Grant question. Okay. Fine. I will just take this one last question and then close for today, guys. That one other RCB question, I understand it's getting later. In the one last question we will do. AS12 is almost done. RCB is not difficult. RCB question enga poichu. It's just previous year paper, May 23, full standard revision. All types of basic question, easy question. Last is mind and company question. I have just framed the question by myself with some changes here and there, guys. This standard one, whenever I teach, is pretty special for me, because all these years I have been teaching AS12 only, but in 2023 I have been on the other side of receiving a government grant from Tamil Nadu government of 10 lakhs. So yes, so I have gone through the whole process of application and all. So we received the grant, money came, money is spent also, over. Okay, fine. I mean, I don't want to waste time and take the website and show you all of that, but so let's say the mind and company went through the following transactions 23-24, comment appropriately. It's a known question, guys, but part of concepts only. So I just want to test your concepts. If your concepts are good, you should be able to answer new question. Nothing complicated. What has happened to us, I have just put it as a question for you guys. Okay. First one, confirmed government grant of 10 lakhs in May 2023 for us, but 5 lakhs is received in May 23 and 5 lakhs is received in May 24 after fulfilling a few conditions. When should I account? Actually, what happened to my company? So we got the grant in May 23, but May 23 I got only 5. May 24 I got the remaining 5 lakhs. 2 different financial years. First is 22. Next is no. 23, 24. This is 24, 25. Correct? Huh? This how we actually got also. Both years in May only I got it after fulfilling conditions. How should I account it? Can I account in 23, 24 itself full 10 lakhs? No, because there are some conditions for accounting. So I am yet to fulfill the conditions, and only after fulfilling I got the sanction for the second 5 lakhs itself. So in 23, 24 I will account 5 lakhs, 24, 25 I will account 5 lakhs. Sir, what is the nature of the grant? This question is not about that. I am not asking revenue grant or let it be promoter's contribution. I will write first year bank to capital reserve, next year bank to capital reserve. What we got is a revenue grant. So in that previous year I passed bank to P&L, next year was bank to P&L. Are you following, guys? Clear? Understanding? We don't have a question like this in study mat. Receiving grant and installments. Irika? No. So whenever you receive only I will account. Why? Why? Very simple. If I take AS12 notes, one of the first primary conditions for accounting, look at this. Reasonable assurance that the enterprise will comply with the conditions. I wasn't sure if I was very sure I will receive it and grant will be. So I can account only after there is an assurance that conditions will be satisfied and grant will be received. Here, because there are conditions to fulfill for next year, better to defer for next year. Prudence. Are you getting it? So we have this in study mat. But I didn't find any question in previous year paper or any other book. So I framed a question for condition of accounting. But if I can strongly tell, yes, 100% I will comply, conditions already fulfilled, grant will be received. If you can prove that, then you account fully in 23, 24. Are you all getting, guys? Clear? Understanding? Next. The state government gifted 2 laptops for free to the therapist at the Mind and Company. So for doing online sessions we need laptops, so they gave 2 laptops for free. What grant is this? Non-monetary grant. Non-monetary received free of cost. Entry will be asset account debit to capital reserve at what price? Excellent. Asset to capital reserve at nominal value. It can be any amount, minimum 1 rupee. Paisa also you can put your wish. Are you following, guys? Clear? Understanding? Now, received a free oil-free air fryer in the final episode of Startup Singham. Startup Singham is a TV show in Vijay TV, guys. For being the best startup on the TV show. This I am predicting the future. Okay, because you all voted. So on the highest vote, air fryer kudupanga na guess pandren. Okay, I don't want air fryer and all, guys. So I am trying to be diplomatic. Prudence write something less. Okay. Received a free oil-free air fryer for the final episode of Startup Singham for being the best startup on the TV show of season 1. What is the entry? Perfect. Whoever told not a grant, clap, guys, because this is a TV show award and it's not given from government. I just wanted to deviate your mind. That's why first government, second state government put, then I placed the third question. How many of you thought you will put the same as second? How many of you got the answer, not a grant? Oh, almost 50%. Good. Others? So be ready, keep thinking is always not grant, it should be from the government. So this is from Startup Singham, Vijay TV, private body, guys. So it's not a government grant. Next. Received office space at nominal cost at a discount of 70% from state government. Actual cost being 20,000 per month. How to account the same? Simple. I got an office space rent. Actual cost is 20,000 per month, but I got discount of 70%. So if I prepare the FS here, this and all we didn't get, guys. I'm giving example. Okay. My rent will be how much? But they are giving me discount of 70%. So discount is 14,000 at 70%. So my net rent is how much? 6,000. So what he is saying, instead of debiting, so how to account this? I should directly account 6,000 or show 20 and show 14 lesser, or show 20,000 on debit and show 14,000 on credit. So option 1, when I receive the grant, this is option 1, entry will be bank account debit. How much? No, I never, okay, it's a discount. I'm only paying how much? 6. So net I'm paying how much, guys? 6,000. Or should I pass a dummy entry for 20 debit and 14 credit and show net of 6? Which one? Either is fine. You can account in any way as long as you can communicate. The FS should show this benefit received. Somewhere I should show the benefit received. Are you following, guys? Understanding? So how I will pass the entry? Either is fine. Both are fine. Both answers are fine. You can do rent account debit 20,000 to bank 6,000 to government grant 14,000, and then I will transfer the government grant. Government grant account debit 14,000. Either you can transfer to P&L. If you transfer to P&L, it is this accounting. Are you getting it? Or I will now, instead of transferring to P&L, I will transfer it back to rent account 14,000. So if you transfer it back to rent account, it's reducing from the value of rent. Are you following, guys? Are you getting it? So basically I can do both. I will pass this entry to show I got grant, and this grant will be transferred either to P&L or to rent. My wish. Standard is allowing both options. Are you getting it, guys? Everybody? Next question. Rent is over. Imagine the payment for the office rental was paid for 24 months in advance by the company. How to account the same? Now same question. What I am saying, rent is how much? 6,000 per month. So P&L rent 6 into 24 months is how much? 1 lakh 44,000. Full pay time. Full benefit I am getting now. I am paying now itself in advance. Anyway, I got the benefit, I am paying in advance. How to account for this now? For these kind of questions. Simple. Nothing to do with AS12. Nothing to do with AS12, guys. Basic accounting. Prepaid rent. That's it. Are you getting it? You will show as a prepaid asset in the balance sheet. 12 months will be expense. 12 months will be prepaid asset. Are you following, guys? You have to think with basic accounts. So what will be the entry for that if you have to pass that? That's it. It will be prepaid rent will be 6K into 12 months. Then rent account debit will be 6K into 12 to bank 1 lakh 44. Are you following? Anything to do with AS12 here? Nothing. I'm just trying to confuse you. Are you getting it, guys? Normal prepaid rent accounting. Thank God ICA didn't give the paper to me for setting. Okay. Next. The Mind and Company received under Startup India scheme. This we received, guys. Not just us. Any startup in India which is recognized is receiving from central government exception in income tax for 3 years. Not a grant, because over here in definitions, grant does not include assistance from in form other than grants. Example, tax exemptions or any other water supply. Government is giving me water supply. Which? Yes, 70% discount. You will not everybody are getting. Specifically only I am getting because I applied. So grant is, if I will account for grant only if you select, you got selected for it. Are you following? Okay. I don't know if this question will come in exam, but we are covering all the concepts, exemption, receiving grant, and each point is a different concept. So that startup Singham not accounted, not there, all of them, I mean not part of government, all of that. Clear, guys? So all these concepts, I didn't find questions in study mat, I didn't find questions anywhere else, so we just made the questions. Are you all understanding, guys? Okay. red flags in AS 12. I didn't see that. Okay, let me finish off the red flags also, guys, so that only that one RCB will be left. RCB generally will leave it to the last because they are coming last only. Okay, fine. Last up, just some red flags, guys. Okay, RCB fan. Sorry, Harita's RCB fan. Okay, keep in mind before I go to red flags, just 5 minutes. Since we're talking about mental health, just remind yourself to take care of yourself, guys. Very important. Now, huge change I have done in my lifestyle, especially in last 1 month. Before all, I used to work in the nights, full night I used to work and all, and I hardly used to spend time for myself. But recently, very recently, whatever work is pending, even if I have 500 messages which is still there to be replied, mind and company, I will have a lot of work. Whatever work is there, by around 9-10 p.m. I switch off, put the phone aside, spend time with family. We watch some TV. Daily I watch some Netflix, 1-2 hours. Now I'm watching one adolescence and one show. It's too good. I'm watching one show. So I'm spending time for myself, which I can see so much difference in my energy levels, mindset, everything. So, I mean, you know about yourself better, but ensure you take care of that also. It's not like, sir, now I will finish this and then take care of that later. I mean, two things, your mental health and physical health is something you have to take care in parallel for the rest of your life. It's not like 6 months I will ignore it. After 6 months I will take care of it. No, it's something you have to take care on parallel. You have to bring it into your daily lifestyle. That's the simple thing. So it takes time. So I mean, in India, not many people give importance to it. But once you start taking efforts towards it, you will see as a person how different you are. So you have to take that effort, guys. So I'm sure you guys know because you guys are young. Recently, one student called me. I don't want to name her. She's a CA student. Because I'm in the mental health field and taking CA class, a lot of students do reach out to me for support. I can't give therapy, but I can just guide them what to do. One student reached out saying she's having suicidal thoughts. She wants to take help and she doesn't know what to do. But then she can't go to in their house and open up because she can't tell her parents. Just visualize 30 years from now, once you become parents, once you have kids, if your kids are going to come and tell you that they're going through something, I'm sure you will understand. You will be like, hey, you can deal this by yourself. You will not be like that because you belong to the current generation. You will understand and you will support them. Don't tell, sir, I won't have kids and all. Example, okay, fine. Let's say 30 years later, okay, not your kid, your nephew, your niece, someone, okay, in your family, okay. So you will definitely understand that they're going through and you will resonate. But unfortunately, we are in the transition generation where most of the parents will not understand when you tell you are going through something. Adala normal now. Adala age you have to go through. Some parents, yes, I am not being judgmental here. So it depends on each house. But some parents, yes. But some places it's very hard to open up to parents. So I do not know how it's in your house. But all I have to tell you guys is if you are going through something, just don't go through it alone. You have friends. At least today in India there is so much support. Just reach out to somebody, sir, and get a friend say, sir, Adna, sir, I'm very low. Friends are not there, means make friends, guys. What's there in making friends? I mean, I've had from when I was in 18 years till almost a decade, I had only 5 close friends. Only 5 close friends in my entire life. From schooling, class 10th standard, till I finished CA, till hanging out, I used to go out only with them. I used to hang out with them only, go for sleepovers with them, went to Goa 4 times with them. Then whatever I did, everything I did with them only. Okay, you can imagine I have done that in those 10 years. So they became so close as part of my life. And then recently in the last 2 years, for whatever reason, I don't want to talk about that here, but we just drifted away and now they still hang out as a group, but I am not included in that group. So if you look at my social life for the last 2 years, my social life is zero. Zero social life. I don't remember the last time I went out with my friends because friends say illa. Okay, I mean zero friends. Initial 1 year I felt very low. Okay, what is this? I don't have any social life. How can I make friends again? But then after taking therapy and after like talking to a lot of people, I realized, okay, see, I cannot go and ask them to come back into my life because that's a phase, it's gone. I'm not able to, now it's a formality. Hi, da, how are you? That's it. Now I am in the process of making new friends. It will take time because it's a 12 years relationship from school. I can't go now again and party for 10 years to get that bond, but different type of friends. So I'm in the process. So you can't be like I don't have friends. Everybody, believe me guys, whoever are your close friends, Some of them will stay for life, some of them will go, but you should not be like, ayo, somebody is not in my life. Put that effort to keep getting better. It's hard, it's going to be hard only, but you have to keep getting there. So, I mean, I'll just come back to the point. If you're going through something, just open up and talk to somebody, guys. Even for recording students, you have a lot of friends. That's why we have that WhatsApp group also, where I'm very happy about that one WhatsApp group for CA students, where students are there for each other. I don't have to do anything, just admin moderate pannu. Sometimes some idiots will come and spam, otherwise we have to moderate that group. That's it. Now come back to red flags mattum mudichittu we will close this topic. First, keep in mind points of revenue recognition. That's why I brought that question of mind and company here. When I should account, no uncertainty in amount and no uncertainty in ultimate collection. Many people miss this. They will just think grant and they will account. You will miss the basics of AS9 to account. So AS12 has to be read along with AS9. No uncertainty in amount, no uncertainty in ultimate collection. Post refund, provide depreciation. Prospectively, common mistakes people do, they will think I will reverse the depreciation of past. Remember, you can't reverse your past, guys. Standardize solra. Even if you have made mistake in the past, only change for the future. Whatever happened in your life, only future you can change. Okay. Government also includes international governments and agencies. You know it, but just to again insist on that. Ensure while accounting, WDV asset does not become negative after reducing grant. We saw one summa, it became negative 8. Ensure it doesn't happen. Remember to reduce salvage value while computing depreciation. In the mistake I shouldn't have told, no RCB sum neenga pannirpinga. When I do that sum, what people will do, see, when you are doing reduction, cost minus grant minus salvage value divided by life is going to be depreciation. Now the mistake what students will do is, grant is a reduction only for year 1 or the year in which grant is received. Correct? To compute depreciation, I will not reduce grant every year. I will reduce it only in whichever year it is received, either year 1 or whichever year it's received. But salvage value, I have to reduce every year for depreciation. Correct? People make that mistake. So that's why I gave not just only grant amount, you should also take salvage value. Usually grant in year 1, salvage value should be reduced in all years. I've seen students make this mistake. I'm sure you can connect if you have done this mistake. Next, in deferred income method, depreciation, we discussed this whole thing. Depreciation should be charged in the ratio of deferred income credited to P&L. Generally we divide it equally because most sums we follow SLM. Just now I showed you WDV in previous sums. WDV on the apply WDV rate. Okay. Lastly, the depreciation impact in P&L. This also I proved in the previous sums. Whether you are following deferred income or you are following reducing from cost of asset, the impact will be same on net profit. We remember we saw that, guys, in many sums. Yeah, here we saw 120, net is 80, or you do separately also you will get 80. So remember to cross check that, guys. The net impact is going to be the same. Are you following, guys? Okay. So with this we are almost done with AS12. Just that one RCB sum which we will do in the next class. Any doubts so far in AS12? Enjoying the sums? Hello? Yes. Thank you. See you all in the next class.